Today we are going to be talking about Minecraft's early classic updates, which released from May 16th, 2009 to November 10th, 2009. First update here was Classic 0.02a. It was released on the 16th of May. It added the version number to the top left, and it fixed those mouse issues from last time. Yeah, I remember those, I know. It fixed them again, and this update is not in the launcher. Some notable bugs are that if the game is blurred and you press a key, it still registers. I don't know what that means. There still are mouse issues and frame rate issues, so yeah, kind of a minor problem there. The next update was Classic 0.0.3a, which released, again, May 16th. And this update added cave generation. Yes, you could even call this the cave update. And this is not a launcher. Some notable bugs is that it had a crash issue with one tester, and also gave people with a Asus EEE computer a white screen. And as you see on the right there, it is a very bad looking computer. This is horrendous. Whoever designed this thing should be fired. Probably have been. I don't think this computer line exists anymore. And blocks can also be placed inside the player, which is a fun thing. The next update was Classic 0.0.9a, released May 16th, 2009. Right-clicking switches to place or destroy blocks. Selected blocks now have a white highlight, so it actually shows what block you're looking at, which is, you know, what a feature. Frame rate and chunk update information is at the top left corner. The wooden planks texture change, and the launched resolution changes from 1024 by 768 to 640 by 480. And this update is not a launcher. The next update was Classic 0.0.10a, released the 17th of May. F10 plus escape tabs out of the game. So if you don't want to press Alt-Tab, you could do that instead, apparently. It also improved the game's performance, and is also not in the launcher. Notable bugs are that the start and destroy functions make the game unplayable. The next update was Classic 0.0.11a, which fixed that game-breaking bug with the start and whatever thing. And it is in the launcher. You can see right down there. You could play it. The next update, which actually is a decently sized one, is Classic 0.0.12a, released May 19th, 2009. And this had a lot of crazy things like bedrock. It also added water, which had a very odd-looking texture at this. And actually, water and lava, which also was added, will pretty much just flow out infinitely to any space next or below it, pretty much meaning that you could flood the world. And also, lava next to water makes stone, not obsidian. That was not added yet. Now an infinite ocean surrounds the map world as a border. So, yeah, Minecraft Console Edition ripped that off from Classic 0.0.12a, so yeah, what a shame. Pressing F cycles the render distance, and pressing N generates a new level. And it added swimming mechanics. Classic 0.0.12a continued. Oh, heck. It added a new level generator. Terrain here is more varied in height. It also added lakes, which also have lava lake. Lit dirt will not become grass if below sea level. Worlds made before this version will receive bedrock and an ocean, and this version is not in the launcher. To the right there, you could see a lake that is definitely from that version. Don't point out any of the things that have not been added yet, or the fact that it has modern plains textures and sand, and actually I think that already is a thing, or maybe not, and grass. No, we're just Classic 0.0.12a_01, released the same day. The water is now semi-transparent. None. 0.0.12_02, released the same day, which improved the performance and also is not in the launcher. 0.0.12a_03, released the next day, which also improved performance. And water next to lava won't always make stone now, which is weird. It's not in the launcher. Classic 0.0.13a, released May 22nd, an entire 2 days later. Man, Notch, you're pretty slow. Not really, though. It added the block outline, so it's no longer just a white highlight, I guess. You could now save the game and have saves, which is a crazy thing. Pressing escape now has the escape menu. The sapling texture is fixed. Lava got some changes. It's no longer transparent. Because, yeah, lava is very well known for being transparent in the real world. And the underneath is redder. I don't know why I quoted it, but holding the jump key no longer allows auto jumping. which I'm guessing just means that you repeatedly jump. Like, I don't exactly know what that means. It's very unclear. You also swim faster. Classic 0.0.13 continued. The block you have currently selected is now shown in the top right corner, so you can know what you're actually going to place. Oh, and don't worry, the generation screen has darker colored dirt textures. I know that was a really big issue. Holding R no longer cycles between each saved location. Generation changes, and this one is in the launcher. Classic 0.0.13_03. We skipped underscore 0.1, 2, and 3 because why not? It's released on the same day. I know you've been expecting this. It made changes to the human spawning. I'm not really sure what that means, but those guys from the last episode, yeah. Their spawning patterns have changed. What a great thing. Lava lakes no longer spawn above sea level. And pressing escape in the menu will exit the menu. Who would have thought? Yeah, and this one also is in the launch. Classic 0.0.14a, released May 27th. It added support to picking blocks with the scroll wheel, which is nice, so I guess you can now scroll through blocks. Saves now save their entities and monsters. It added clouds. Wow. A new terrain generator was also put in here. Save size can be chosen, and it also added trees. Holding down the mouse button now auto-places blocks. Render distance is now controlled by fog. But don't worry, there is more. We've added a ton of new blocks. We got sand, gravel, gold ore, which looks very bad. Iron ore, coal ore, oak logs that were known as logs at the time because there weren't any other types of trees and blah, blah, and oak leaves, which also were just known as leaves. It changed the oak plank texture to the modern one. Sadly, this update is not in the launcher. What are some notable bugs here? Well, saves don't load properly, and that's a real good thing. There's problems with player speed. Selecting a plant in dark light causes its texture to vanish. Classic 0.0.14_01. Released the same day as the original one. It fixed that save bug. Not in the launcher, and oh, now there's more bugs, don't worry. Players can now place blocks in liquids. Some players got a null pointer exception error, which I know exactly what that is, and I'm not going to explain it here because this is not a computer programming, a Java programming class. This is we don't got time for that. Players spawn in the same space when pressing R to respawn unless it's underwater. There is a black/white screen issue when loading a game. And guess what's back? Yes, mouse issues. Don't you just love your mouse? And don't you just love it when it has inexplicable issues? I do. Not. But don't worry, there is classic 0.0.14a_03 released later that day, which fixed some bugs, like those map loading bugs. The liquid bug with the spawning inside of it. Fixed the couldn't build in liquids bug, and it it fixed the speed bus. You could tell I really looked over this quite thoroughly before. Yeah, fix the speed bus, I know. This update is not in the launcher. Notable bugs include that clicking the return to game button while in build mode will accidentally place a block. And Notch tried to fix an older bug that caused players to be able to build through blocks. Next released the next day was classic 0.0.14a_04. You can save and reload your spawn point using enter, and pressing R sends the player to world spawn. And now trees have a plus shape on the top layers. Like that. Fog is now white instead of blue. It could have happened before this version, and therefore it's another discrepancy. Fog is applied to shadows, not on the launcher, and there still are mouse issues. Classic 0.0.14_05. Released the same day, and Notch really tried hard to fix those mouse bugs. But it didn't do anything, and this is not in the launcher. Classic 0.0.14a_06. Released the 28th of May. And they tried to fix the mouse problems, and it didn't work. Who would have thought? That's not a trend in this series so far. Classic 0.0.14a_07. Released May 28th, 2009. To fix those mouse issues, finally. Not in the Classic 0.0.14a_08. Released in May 28th, 2009. It improved performance a bit. Shadows now appear on liquid. It does not have a launcher download, but it is on the wiki. And that's the end.